So, how did Catalonia become part of Spain? And why are they now calling for the independence? Catalonia became part of Spain through two separate dynastic unions that happened during the Middle Ages. The first one, in 1162, was between the Count of Barcelona and the Kingdom of Aragon. The Count of Barcelona was the ruler of various counties known as the Marca Hispanica, created back in 795 as a buffer zone between Francia and the rest of the Iberian Peninsula, at the time mostly controlled by the Arab Caliphate. The First Dynastic Union created the Crown of Aragon, and France later relinquished and feudal authority over the counties of Marca Hispanica. The next dynastic union in 1469 effectively created Spain that we know today, between the Crown of Aragon and the Crown of Castle, with the marriage of Ferdinand and Isabel. The counties surrounding Barcelona became known as Catalonia sometime around the 12th century, and its first constitution was drafted in 1283.
In 2006, a new Statute of Autonomy was passed by referendum in Catalonia, which would give more developed powers to the region. However, the statute was challenged and taken to the Spanish Constitutional Court. This caused outrage for many and fueled Catalan nationalism. This was further exacerbated when, in 2010, the court ruled several of the statute's articles to be unconstitutional. This led to massive street protests in the region's capital city, Barcelona. Between 2009 and 2011, local informal not-binding referendum took place throughout the various municipalities of Catalonia. The results were overwhelmingly in favor of independence, but also had very low turnouts, averaging less than 30% of eligible voters. In 2014, a so-called citizen participation process on the political future of Catalonia took place after a planned referendum had been suspended by the Spanish court. The rebranded vote was also blocked, but went ahead anyway with a report 80% of 2.3 million voters a favor of independence. So this brings us to 217, the year in which Catalonia has pledged to hold a legally binding referendum on independence. The Constitutional Court of Spain declared the referendum illegal. However, the Catalan government started their intention to go ahead with the vote regardless. On the 20th of September, the Catalan parliament was raided by Spanish people, and 14 government officials were arrested for their involvement in the separatist movement. So, on the 1st of October, the referendum went ahead as planned, despite being ruled illegal by the court. Spanish police were deployed to Catalonia and forcibly prevented thousands of people from voting, with over 800 being injured in the process.
The deadline came and went with no sign of the backing down by the Catalan government, and on the 27th of October the Catalan parliament passed a resolution to officially declare the independence from Spain. Members of the opposition defended to take part in the vote, walking out of parliament in protest. Just an hour later, The Spanish Senate passed a resolution to invoke Article and take direct control of Catalonia, dissolving its devolved government. Spanish electors will take place in Catalonia of the 21-70 of December. A lot has happened since the declaration. The Catalan president fled the country to Brazil. The Spanish Attorney General faced charges of rebellion, sedition, and misuse of public funds against Puigdemont, issuing a warrant for his arrest. The deposed president handed himself unto the gang authorities, would have left with conditions with the Sud. But in Catalonia, the political parties agreed to take part in the snap election, and a Catalan minister has been arrested for their involvement in the independence movement. Protests have been calling for the release of the so-called political prisoners.
Catalonia has yet to receive an international recognition was over with almost universal support for Spain. So called Catalonia actually functions as an independent country. And what would such a country look like? We wait at population of about 17.5 million. It would be the 21 most popular country in Europe whose ahead of Bulgaria. It will have an economy similar in size to that of Portugal. In terms of nominal capital city world de Barcelona. They flag would be the sum called Lestilla. Blavat and the day official language would be Catalan. There it we do call but there is a lot so much that we do not count. For example, would Catalonia have a day or military? Would they join NATO? We currency with the used. Would they impose and keep a border control? What would the visa policy be? Would they send out men messages? Etc. There and so many universe questions.
So what happened next? Will with Catalonia president not actually in the near declared country, and with little resistance to Madrid take over, next are logic bleak for Catalonia.